Are you loyal to the right people in your life that are actually being loyal back to you? Or do you give your loyalty away without anyone earning it, only to be disappointed when you realize someone is not even, maybe even a tenth of the amount as loyal to you as you are to them? And then that's a painful realization. I bring this up because I naturally feel like quite a loyal person. And I know there's places and people I've put my loyalty in that I have not been getting it back from. And there's definitely places I've done that for, and people with that I've done that for years, years and years and years. And I've just learnt to put up with, I don't get the same amount of loyalty back. And look, that's something for me to learn from, looking back. But uh, we have to, if we want to get more healthy about how we share our loyalty, we have to look at, and I don't mean this in a um, counting, making lists and like, saying everything's got to be 50-50 because I just think that's unreasonable and unlikely. But how can we notice when you're consistently the person that's giving more and there's not enough reciprocation, and yet you are standing up for this person place thing? You are, giving a lot of your time and energy, whether it's just you alone thinking about it or thinking about the person, or thinking about the group or whatever project or whatever it is for you that you're loyal to. If it is something that's capable of actually giving loyalty back, not that you can really measure loyalty, um, but maybe we can find small ways to show it. And it really, like, I'm speaking very vastly here. So loyalty with a person would be, might be that, you're happy to pick them up from the airport. And you've done so multiple times, and it comes around to your turn. You need to get picked up from the airport or dropped off, and they are nowhere to be seen. And look, people can be busy and straight up not available, and that's totally fine. But if it's a ongoing thing, like you're always showing up for them, but it's not happening the other way around, like not in a measuring way, not in a insidious way, like friendships and relationships has to be completely measured and completely equal because that's unrealistic. Can we just look at, am I on the overall, do I feel like I'm giving way more loyalty to this person, place, thing than it's giving back to me? And there might be times where you decide, you know what, I do feel like I am, but it's still important to me and I'm still showing up for this person, place, things. Like, case in point could be, kids. You should be, as a parent, I would hope you would be loyal to your kids, even if they're being brats. So there is, obviously a time and a place, where it's okay if you're the more loyal one. But I can also see how that could lead to being heartbreaking for somebody if they consistently show up, share love and loyalty to this person or place or thing, and um, yeah, that over time can be heartbreaking to recognize that it's not coming back at you. And maybe you're a really loyal person and you keep showing up for this maybe there's a project or a group, but everyone else is kind of doing it with their um, very half pie, and you're giving it your all, and you're frustrated when this consistently keeps happening. So there's time and a place where you're you're just going to give more to something because you care about it more and it's your project. But then there's a time and a place also where if you're consistently showing up for a project or a relationship and you're not seeing that loyalty back. I mean, case in point is like dating, especially early points of dating. Everyone's got different ideas as to what is and isn't okay when you're in the early stages of dating. Do I date others, talk to others, or do I only date one person at a time? Or, I mean, honestly, I think you can't. I don't believe in assuming that anyone else is being as loyal as you are, even if you feel weird about dating more than one person at a time, for instance. But you should have some kind of cap on um, how long you choose to date that one person if they're not giving you any reciprocal energy, you know? Um, and I know I use that word should, which, so didn't mean to should all over you there. Uh, but it would be wise to notice if you're giving something more energy and more loyalty. And look, you might not ever get to know whether the other person is also doing the same. Likelihood is on this day and age with dating apps is probably not. But if your core values are just giving it one person at a time, your time and attention in order to feel good about who you are and yourself and your values, you know, you get the sovereign right to choose that. But also, if you feel like your best way of actually staying loyal to yourself is dating multiple people at a time so that you're not then deciding one person is the be all and end all and then like getting too easily obsessed with the idea of them because it is the idea of them if you're not actively spending lots of time with them back and forth, uh, then you can see how that might be what's healthy for you as a sovereign choice to be open to dating more than one person at a time, um, and making sure, like, I mean, huge thing in dating, and like again, I'm never coming from a high horse, I'm so learning this too, is how to make sure you're being more loyal to yourself, because this is really where this entire attempt at a chat is coming from today. Is we can so easily give our loyalty, especially if you're like a loyal person of integrity, give our loyalty to family, friends, um, organizations we're part of, work, and just have it not come back at us. It could be that you always come to work early and leave late and never say no when you're asked to work a weekend or whatever it is. And yet, when you have something suddenly come up, um, work doesn't show that loyalty back to you, that something legitimately came up for you that's really important for you, um, and you don't get the same energy of loyalty to make sure that you have time to deal with that very important thing for you that came up. So, like, that's just an example where you can so easily be loyal to a company. I mean, my parents' generation would be loyal to a company, to a whole job, only to get made redundant. I mean, it's getting more and more, it's worse with following generations because there is so many, the work, um, the workforce is so much more volatile, like the structures of how things are set up. You don't work for in one job for your whole career, and then retire, and it's not. It's very. I doubt. I don't know if I know anyone in this day and age that's actually worked in one job their entire career. Like it's a thing of the past, but it was more common in previous generations, and their loyalty to that company would be rewarded back because then you would get the benefits of that. But in this fast speed day and age, it is not the case. So you want to notice that maybe you learnt some things from previous generations growing up, that you should be loyal to your job, to your work, have a good work ethic, be professional all the time, in that spectrum, and to the point that you do yourself a disservice and you're not loyal to your own needs and wants, um, in those spaces. So, yeah, I hope this is making sense. I just had this idea this morning about talking about loyalty because, um, I know at my core I am such a loyal person, but I've really been able to show that because I have. I mean, I'm sure there's ways I've shown it that I don't maybe consciously know, but there, like I working in film and TV, for instance, it's so seasonal and it's contracts and you're a self-employed contractor most of the time, and you might be really loyal to a certain production, but that production at some point is going to be over and null and void, and that production won't exist for you to be loyal to, um, beyond, sometimes it's only a matter of months, sometimes it's a few years, sometimes it might be a decade if it's a big franchise, but yeah, it generally it's bigger than what one singular person you should be loyal to. I said should again. um, is advisable for you to be loyal to, because a huge organization, like for instance working in film for a series of movies and a franchise, um, there's so many different people in places of power down the food chain before it even gets to my department and then to me, that would not even know me as a person to be loyal to me. So I know that I can never trust a film job or production to truly be loyal to me. None of us can in film and TV and any similar industries, creative industries especially, um, because yeah, that huge system is set up so that we can make something happen that is such a collaborative effort that you cannot look at each individual person's loyalty, um, and reward it, if that makes sense. Yeah. So yeah, I really want people to notice this, and I mean your personal relationships, whether you're dating or you're got a partner, or it's just with your family or friends. Like, where are you giving more loyalty, to your own detriment? And like, let's be honest, if it's not working for you anymore. If you're frustrated, constantly by you giving more and showing up in a loyal way and not seeing the loyalty shown back to you, um, I just really invite you to find small ways to be more loyal to yourself and what's in your heart, what's in your best and highest, and your higher self, really. Like, not your lower self that will, um, waste a day looking at YouTube. That's what I did yesterday. Maybe you're learning on YouTube from me right now. But like the higher version of yourself, like what you truly want for yourself and ideally for the world. Like, I hope you're expanding your, um, vision for your life, your dreams, to include a better world, because the world needs a lot of work right now. And there was actually a beautiful speech. I don't know if it's just happened or if I just saw a clip of it today, and so it feels like it just happened. But Harrison Ford just did a commencement speech at a university, and he was encouraging these graduating this graduating class to find something that speaks to them that will help heal the world, essentially. And I just love that. I love that. Oh, I just got chills. Like, I love that so much because that is the way we tap into our core, our enthusiasm, our excitement, um, to live a good life, enjoy our lives, but also to, if we can do it with the lens of helping the world, and maybe we won't all do it, maybe that's ambitious, but if a good chunk of us do that, won't this world be a better place? I dare to think so. But we have to show up and be loyal to our higher version of ourselves that can hold that goal and choose on all the small moments and all moments. I mean, not all moments because we're going to err sometimes, but the choose in more small moments to step into the actions that our higher self would do, to embody the vision of ourself that gets to step into um, someone that can hold that vision and create it and bring it to life. And I'm like looking in the mirror at myself right now because I have a huge purpose in my heart, and I don't know that I have been that loyal to it in recent years. I've been more loyal to things that haven't given me much time of day, to be honest. And that's good for me to realize because I can only change it if I'm willing to look at it. So I hope you're willing to look at it and choose to be more loyal to yourself than to anyone else's whims. Um, yeah, okay, got a little emotional there. I'm gonna leave it at that. Side note, just need to show you I've got like this super cute outfit on. Where's my camera? Um, there's like lacy pants involved. Um, I don't know, I'm not doing a very good job of this. Um, wait, there is a, if I go that direction. Oh, seriously, who hired me as a camera woman? Maybe I'll just stand back now. Okay, it's a super cute yellow dress, and then there's funky pants. Funky pants. Anyway, I did not give you a good visual after all that. Wait, there I am. We'll leave it at that. But please find ways to be more loyal to you than to people, places, systems that aren't doing good in the world and aren't uh, creating a better world. Even just to create a better world for you. Okay. Much love. I'll see you tomorrow. Hope that makes sense. Love.